will have to do. Hello. I forgot to get the selenite. Okay. It's fine. Finton will cleanse the reading for us. Won't you, Finny? He's probably out of frame. That's good enough. It's okay. He'll probably come play with the cards. Okay. So, hi. This is going to be a 2-pile reading. I would do a 3-pile reading, but I realized that a lot of the time when I do 3 piles, he's still chewing on the same one. That by the 3rd pile, he's tried another one. By the 3rd pile, I'm so drained, and I kind of half-ass it, and I don't want to do that. So, anyway, so this is your charm, pile number 1. I'm gonna flip these so that it's accurate for you. Pile number 1, this is your charm. It is actually, hello. And if you're wondering which pile to choose, maybe choose pile number 2 just now if you don't like green. If you're wondering and you don't like green, choose this one, because this one fell off right when I was talking about this one. So if right when this popped in your head that you don't like green, you didn't know what pile to choose, pick the 2nd pile, which is this. And if you like purple, then great, even a better sign for you. You might be watching this around Halloween time. It's a timeless reading. I don't know. It is currently winter. It is January 27th. This is my cat, and this is his butt. His name is Finton. It means white fire in Irish. Anyway, this is what it's actually like a toy, what's it called? Fidget toy. And it used to make like a popping sound. Finn, oh my god. Okay. That's kind of left of it. And they used to have like faces, but they kind of rubbed off. They had little faces. I don't even know if you can see that. But anyway. This is the first one. And we'll be using the Little Monsters Tarot. This is a unique tarot deck that I bought in Austin, Texas. And I got it from Crystal Works, which is my favorite store. And this is a limited edition by an artist that is in Austin, I believe. And yeah, this is a limited edition tarot deck. It is really cool. I really like the art style. It's very like minimal because it's just white and it's black and white. But there's there's these cute little mystical creatures in it. And then the other deck, pile number 2, which will be this cute little whale, angelic whale. And it smells like vanilla, kind of. It no longer smells like vanilla because I had to pack it with my stuff and it got mixed up with other smells, but it smells good. It used to, at least. Kind of vanilla-y. And then with the cat tarot, matches the cat. I got this gifted to me for my birthday, so that might be significant to you. Again, if you're having trouble choosing a pile. And if you're having trouble because you're drawn to both piles, watch both. You might have messages in both of them. He's probably gonna chew all the freaking lights on this side. Anyway, these are tiny little lotuses, I think. No, they're succulents. Yes, they are succulents. And they're like an aqua and a pink and a green and an orange color. They're really cute. I love them. I got them at Michael's. Oh, and then this is a stone. I don't know what it is, but it's like mocha. If you like to drink mocha fraps, this might be a reading. Anyway, if you know what this is, go ahead, let me know. I'm gonna do the makeup thing that influencers do so you can see the rock. Anyway, so we're gonna start with group number 1. The Little Monsters Tarot by Olivia Mercury Pepper. Very cute name. It's got this. He will not let up. He's chewing the crap out of these lights. Okay. You might be 16, 18 to early 20s. Also 29, maybe. I don't know. But kind of, it might be a goth girl, but you have a very, like, peppy personality, and maybe you were raised, like, Catholic, and, like, maybe you weren't allowed to curse or something. Maybe you don't, like, cuss a lot. Or cussing makes you uncomfortable. Anyway, if it's not significant, leave it. Don't worry about it. It might just be significant to somebody. He is... Can you see this? I don't know if you can freaking see him, but... Anyway. I hope this camera angle is okay, because I can't see it. The phone is flipped the other way. Also, I'm doing a reading for the first time in a really long time, and I'm really excited. And I'm using this new deck, which I've never used for, like, a public reading. I've only done a few readings for myself with it. Okay. So. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, archangels, Jesus if you're into that, God, universe, higher being. Please help me get concise, clear, guided messages for pile number 1. Ontario might be significant. If you're listening from Ontario, hello. Must be cold out there, especially this time of year. We're currently experiencing a snowstorm, and in the south. I'm in the south of the US. It is very cold outside. It snowed, froze over, it snowed, but thankfully today was sunny, so it melted it finally. Today might be above freezing, but not for a lot, so. You might be an earth sign. I'm getting a very grounded energy. Taurus. Also Libra, possibly. I don't know. Libra's coming up. You might have it in your rising. Maybe a very grounded person, but also fickle at the same time. Like, you might be indecisive because you're fickle. Feathers might be significant. I'm seeing these feathers on the dream catcher that I made here. I'm seeing an Amazon package. Somebody's taking out their trash in front of the window. You might be frustrated with Amazon. Getting the most random freaking messages. Sorry. If it doesn't resonate, sorry. But I'm feeling a very calm energy. Quite grounded. Even if you're stressed, like, even if, like, you know how to handle stress well. And I'm keeping my voice low, which isn't usually something I do. So you might be a very, like, even if you're stressed, you have a very calm demeanor. Okay, so I'm taking those. And you have, people might say you have a very soothing voice. You might have a deep voice. You might really like black. You might like to wear dark black eyeliner, cat eyes. Also, if you're a guy watching this, don't worry. You know, this is gonna adjust your routine, I just heard, to your new timeline. Adjust your routine, live out. Okay, this message is coming through very clearly now. I was gonna say, don't worry about the gender. Take what resonates, leave the rest. I'm getting the message of, you might have switched into a new timeline, or you're trying to switch into a new timeline. Live like you're already in that timeline. Live like you mean it. Live like you believe it. Live like you are it. And you are the shit. Archangel Michael might be an archangel that you resonate with a lot. Raphael as well, Archangel Raphael. Meditation, yoga, that might help you. You might be doing that a lot in the morning, or if you've fallen out of that routine and you've kind of lost your footing in life, I'm hearing build up a routine again, especially in the morning or at nighttime. You might be a night owl. If that's what suits you, do what suits you. But do something that grounds you and brings you into a routine again. I'm hearing a routine is really important to switch into this timeline. And you're there, okay? You might feel like you're not there yet. You might feel like nervous, you know? I think that's the thing about switching into a new timeline, is it makes you feel like you don't really know what you're doing. He's biting the little thing again. Succulent. You might love succulents. You might think they look tasty, like Fenton does. Anyway, you might be allergic to cats. Sorry if you are, that would suck. There he is. He's gonna be our little spirit guide for this reading, so I'm gonna let him take over if he wants to, since he's a cat and I don't have control over him doing that anyway. And I'm not gonna pretend that I do. Okay, I think I love you. Oh my god. Oh my god. If you're wondering what breed he is, he's a flame point Siamese, and we found him literally right outside of this window. He was meowing at night. It was 17 degrees Fahrenheit outside. It was gonna reach 15 that night. It was a very cold night, and then we brought him inside, and it's just been our cat ever since. It took us a while to name him, but anyway, nobody claimed him, so he's ours. I love you. Okay, anyway, so he's gonna be our little spirit guide and our little comfort animal. You might really love pets. You might really love touching, like, soft things. Actually, I got a sensory deprivation tank in my head, so you might have experienced one of those, or you might be wanting to recently. Also going into like a cold plunge. If you are in Austin, go to great, now I forgot the freaking name of it. The natural spring that is in Austin, that's near the Greenbelt. I can't remember the name of it, but it's cold as hell. Well, if hell froze over, but it's cold. It's very cold. So if you're thinking of doing a cold plunge, but you don't know how and you don't have the money, go there. I mean, now they charge you like $15 to get in, which is ludicrous. But anyway, we have the cards. Oh, okay, I guess I'll take it like this in reverse. We have the 5 of Cups in reverse, the Lovers in reverse, and the 9 of Wands. So with the Lovers in reverse, I'm getting, again, that indecisiveness that I was talking about in the very beginning. It's like, okay, so you're between 2 timelines. You can't imagine living on this timeline that you've been living in any longer because you hate it. Maybe you've been working dead-end jobs that don't mean anything to you, and you feel like you get the soul sucked out of you. The dog barked for confirmation. And you're just like, enough is enough. I can't do this anymore. It's not worth the money. It's not worth the back pain. It's not worth the knee pain and the foot pain and the pain of putting up with all these people. And I just don't feel like I'm congruent is the word that's coming up. I don't feel like I'm on the right path with these people. Like, none of them get me. They say the wrong thing. They're mean to me. They just don't get me, and I feel like I have to shrink in order to sustain this timeline. But I have bills to pay. His belly isn't going to feed herself. His belly isn't going to feed itself. I'm not going to be able to survive if I don't have this job. But I want a different life. And I keep seeing things on my feed that I can have a different life. And I want to believe in it. I deserve that. I deserve to have my dreams come true. I deserve to live my purpose. God damn it, I deserve to be happy. And this isn't making me satisfied. This isn't what my soul desires, and I feel out of touch with myself. I feel like it's not congruent with my purpose. So that's that indecisiveness, right? The Lovers is about a decision, and you feel like you're going back and forth because your old timeline is something that you know how to navigate, even though you hate it. This new one, it's uncharted territory, but it is exciting, right? And what I know this universe signals to you okay, if something is a huge sign and it comes out of nowhere and it grabs your attention and it excites you, follow it. That is the universe showing you the way. Just because it came out of the blue doesn't mean it wasn't meant to be. You're doing great, hon, okay? No matter who you are, no matter what you're choosing, no matter what people are telling you, no matter what your identity is, you are doing great. Keep on keeping on. Don't lose faith, okay? You have come so far to believe in the spiritual things that you believe in. You've been tested enough to know the truth. Just because this matrix tries to tell you that doing a dead-end job is the only way to pay the bills doesn't mean that that has to be your reality. This could be my pile. Choose your life wisely. It's yours. And you don't want to get to the end of it thinking that you wasted it because you were too afraid to do what you wanted. Because you were too afraid that it wouldn't be safe. Because you will be sorry if all you did was keep yourself safe. The universe will protect you. You won't fall through. You've already lived through the worst. And here you are. You got this. I heard, own it, motherfucker. Some of you might really like to curse, and others of you are very uncomfortable with it. Or you might have kids, and you don't want to cuss around them, and you're used to cussing. That might be another message for somebody. Okay, and then I don't know why I'm going out of order. You might not seem like you're getting the things that you like. It might not seem like it's on the course of the plan that you thought it was going to go on, but this is what's meant to happen regardless. And I know you know that. You already believe in that, but sometimes you just need to take your own advice, right? You gotta remind yourself to believe in what you have been shown by the universe. This is a pile of people who are awake, but who struggle to live what they believe in because maybe the life that they've been given is very different from their spiritual awakening and what that has shown them. So you might be on a path where you have met spiritual people, but you aren't necessarily surrounded by them all the time, and that makes it really hard for you to express your spirituality and to believe the things that you've come to believe in. I feel a weird sensation of uncertainty that causes stress. I keep getting the word congruence. Maybe you're trying to make yourself merge with society's expectations of you, or be what the mold expects you to be, because you don't want to suffer anymore from being an outsider. But the only reason why you've been suffering is because you don't accept yourself. You're not meant to fit in. And you're meant to stand out because you're a light, even if people think that you're not, because they're just projecting their shadows onto you. Even if you like to wear dark colors, again, you're still a light, okay? You're a light worker, and you're bringing in higher frequencies, and that triggers people. And when you have that reaction, you cause that reaction out of people, they vomit their negativity onto you. You become a scapegoat, and they make you feel the feelings that they don't know how to transmute. So sometimes if you get these waves of like negative energy that you don't know where it comes from, you might literally just be transmuting the energy of the collective. And I know what you might be thinking. I have enough on my own plate to deal with. I don't want to deal with other people's bullshit, right? I don't want to have other people's negativity to deal with. What about my own problems? Take a deep breath. Let's take a deep breath in and out and in. It's okay. We are all one. And as much as other people might act like your problems aren't their problems and their problems really shouldn't be your problems, it's all a matter of perspective. If it makes you feel better to think about it that way, we're all one. Our problems coexist. And as long as other people have those problems, you're gonna have those problems, because everything's connected. So, if anything, you're doing yourself a favor by accepting that you might be feeling that way and thinking about how to find the silver lining, if you will, how to find a way to learn from it and make it a positive experience instead of dwelling on the negative. Something that I've been also, this is just an overall message for everybody in the collective right now, something that I've been recognizing a lot is the news and the things that you ingest into your subconscious from your feed, from your algorithms, have a huge impact on your frequency. And you probably know that, but don't let yourself be influenced because there are horrible things happening in the world, because ICE is doing blah blah blah, because the president isn't who you want it to be, because the world doesn't seem to be going in a very hopeful direction. Don't let that be your reality, okay? You can choose your reality, even if that sounds so outlandish. Even if that sounds so outlandish, you can get up and leave, okay? You have free will, and it is so powerful. You can choose a different alternate reality. The one that you're in right now will keep on going on, regardless of whether you're in it or not. And all the people that you know will either be aligned to that new reality that you want to choose, or they won't be. And they'll somehow just not be aligned with you anymore. You'll just, I don't know, maybe that's why you can't work these dead-end jobs anymore. Because you're not meant to be in this reality anymore, so you can't be seeing these people, That might be really difficult for some of you to grasp, but it might help to look up some Bashar videos. This was just flipped over. That's interesting in the deck. That's beautiful. Knight of Wands. Follow your intuition and follow your passion. Is it art? Do it. It's hard, right? You're like, how the fuck am I gonna make money from making handmade projects, right? From singing, from dancing, from making music, from making art, from crocheting, from doing tapestries, tap dancing. Who the hell knows, right? Whatever it is you do, from doing stained glass. I mean, that could be pretty lucrative, but I can't imagine it'd be, like, you know, cheap to actually make it's a lot of the crafts, unfortunately, in general. The Five of Cups was in reverse in the lower. Yeah, okay. Anyway, the Five of Cups, I've been neglecting it. I've been running circles around this Five of Cups. There are things that you are running from internally because you feel shameful about them. You feel ashamed of these experiences, the things that you've been through, the difficulties that you've experienced, and you feel like it shapes you. And you feel like if you open up about them, people will see you differently, and you don't want them to see you in a negative way. You don't want them to see you as your traumas. Let them dictate how they see you, because you're neglecting yourself by not living your truth. Oh my god, I'm seeing a robin. Is that what it is? I think so. It's got like a brownish reddish belly and a black back and like a yellow beak. This is my first time seeing one of these here. I've seen them in Kentucky a lot, but I'm in Tennessee. It's very cute. It's very, very cute. Knock on wood. Protection. Okay. So the Five of Cups is about not seeing the positive. All right, upright, it is this person, this little monster. You might feel like a monster because of all the things you've been through. Not even because you are a monster or anything, but because you feel so shaped by your traumas that you feel like you're this wounded child that never learned how to grow up because of your environment, because of your trauma and how that, shaped your brain. And you might feel like you might have a very distorted vision of yourself, and you might feel just really like uncomfortable in your body even. You might just feel like an outsider wherever you are. But there are people who will see those things as strengths and be inspired by you because you're still kicking ass out here. You're going to work, you're showing up on time, you're getting that bag even though it sucks. Maybe you're a server, maybe you have to deal with annoying customers that hit on you. Maybe you are a bartender who has to deal with drunk people. I also saw like a younger dude that wears like one of those like black cross earrings. Is that a hipster? Is that what they would call a hipster? I don't know. But you have to like have that good attitude to get tips, even though people are on your nerve 24/7 and you're so drained, you're so done with them. They are not your people. I get it. But anyway, it seems like you're focusing a lot on the negative sometimes, and I think that could also be influenced by what I was saying about the news. I never finished that thought. I forgot about it. And don't watch the news. Just don't watch it. And this is what I did the other day. I sat down and I wrote down all of the things that I would want in this new reality, how I would want the world to look like. I was like, we reverse global warming and climate change, and we're saving animals from extinction, you know, all these environmental things that I was thinking. And then people treat each other better. You know, there's less crimes. There's less homelessness. There's and then stuff in my personal life, you know, what I wanted that to look like. My career, my relationships, my identity, my relationship with money, my relationship with myself, trusting myself, things like that. Write it all down, because you can organize your thoughts a lot better when you write it down. You might get a lot more ideas when you write it down, and it's a lot more powerful because you can revisit it, you can read it out loud, you keep saying it the exact same, in the same wording. Be mindful of your wording. Try to be as positive in your wording as possible, and try to speak in the present tense. I don't remember if I did that, but if you speak in the present tense, it makes things, it can be very triggering as well, because it just speeds up the manifestation, I think. But it can be very triggering because it is pointing out these underlying like doubts that you have about what you're saying. So sometimes the way to combat that is to just accept how you feel about it. If you have doubts, accept those doubts. Like, okay, well, this is how I feel. It sucks that I feel this way, but there's a dog taking a dump outside. If you're wondering what breed he is, golden retriever. Fintan is coming to inspect. You better pick that up, lady. You better be on your way to grab a bag and pick that up. I swear. Anyway, you are so done with people. It's just like another sign. Like, you're so done with people. Okay. Five of Cups could also be about, like, you're so done with people, you just want to, like, go in hermit mode, but you can't. You know, like, you have a job, and, like, ugh. You're so, like, your social energy is so drained because you're socializing with the wrong people. Man, hit up some friends, you know, take some time off work if you can. Man, money might be tight, I get it. Just do some, like, money exercises. I really like to be in a high vibration. I mean, who doesn't want to be in a high vibration all the time? But when I'm, like, trying to intentionally do something specific, what I try to do is, like, when I get up, the first thing I do is I put on some kind of meditation video or some kind of, like, affirmation video about abundance, whether it's materialistic or not, whether it's about love, self-love, trust, whatever the focus you want is. There's so many online, but you can make yourself a playlist. Like, it's free to do that on YouTube, and make yourself a playlist to play every morning or whenever you get up. You might work night shifts, I don't know, but when it's the first thing you listen to when you get up, it's it really sets your mood for the day. And especially, there's this one guy that I like to listen to. He's bald, and I'm sorry if that's offensive. I'm sorry. Stop playing with my hair. Sorry, he does that a lot. Yeah, you might be at the end of your rope with snapping at people. I was not like that before. You're cute. I love you. Nope, don't bite my hair, please. I just washed it. I don't want your saliva to make it smell like saliva. My baby. Okay. What was I saying? I can't remember. Money might be tight. Oh, the guy. Okay. So he has all these different affirmation videos. A lot of them are about money. He wears glasses. And in a lot of the videos, like I don't know what, I forgot the name of, like when they put a picture up for like the picture that you see for the video before you click on it, he's like, he looks like he's in the Matrix. Like he dresses up like he's in the Matrix, the movie. If you find his videos, I'm sorry, I forgot. I don't know what his name is, but he's awesome and he makes really good motivational videos, and I really feel like he puts so much intention behind every word and every line, because it really hypes you up and it feels intentional. Like all of it really feels powerful. And I used to like listen to him every morning, at least like every single morning, at least that one video, even if I also watched other ones. And I would start off with that, and I would feel like no matter what happened, I was gonna have a good day, because that was literally one of the things that he would say, is like, no matter what happens, you are gonna have a good day. Like, and then there'd be so many things that would come up, and I'd be like, I'm gonna choose to have a good day. Like, no matter what, I'm not gonna let anybody or anything ruin my mood, because my frequency is my currency, okay? And I'm gonna do my most with my free will, and I'm gonna take care of myself. So anyway, the Five of Cups in reverse. I also feel like you can easily come out of this. You're not a person who focuses on the negative. You might be a very realistic person or an optimist, but you're a go-getter. When it's times to go get stuff, you go get it. And but just because there's stuff that happened to you in the past doesn't mean that you have to hide it. It's a part of you, and that's okay. It's a good thing. Yeah, those things weren't a good thing, and you have a lot that you're going through because of those things that happened. And it might hurt to hear, oh, that's a good thing, but is that a cat? There's a cat staring at me. Anyway, sorry. But there's, it just went like this. Like as I literally noticed it, like it was right here and it was just staring, and then as I looked, it went. Anyway, it's not even staring at me, I don't think. But I don't know, maybe he's my spirit. I'm sorry, I have ADHD probably, but what was I saying? Are we ever gonna get to pile 2? Heaven knows. This is why I shouldn't do 3 piles. Fuck. What was I saying? Yeah, those things shaped you. And at the very least, it can help you with helping other people. You know, recognizing when other people have gone through the same things that you've gone through, or are going through the same things, or you can prevent them from going through the same things. It gives you a lot of empathy, it gives you a lot of understanding, and maybe you can't even find a silver lining in it. But you know what? At least you can accept it, right? At some point, you can come to that acceptance, and you don't need to forgive the people that did things to you. Or one thing that I also took away from one of the Bashar videos that I listened to recently, if you're wondering what that is, Bashar, look him up. You might think it's kind of crazy, the whole thing, but
he has a lot of amazing messages. And some of you might be like really into him, if you don't think it's crazy. But I know that it's very out there for a lot of people. And especially the way that he delivers information. But it's awesome. Anyway, you might, oh, this is what I took away from another video was, I forgot. Let's take a break for a second. Let's take some deep breaths. It's better, cat. Have you fed yourself today? Have you drank water? I need to drink more water, but I'm running out of drinking water, and I don't like tap water here. Have you eaten? I need to eat. Have you fed your cat? I need to buy more cat food. Are you finding all the negative things to say right after you ask a question? Maybe. Maybe it'll come to me. Anyway. Empathy. Oh, forgiveness. That's what it was. It was about forgiveness. One thing that I learned from the Bashar video was forgiveness can also just be, I'm going to do my thing and I'm going to let other people do their thing. You're just letting it go, right? You don't agree with them. You don't agree with the way that they do things, but they have their free will and you have yours, and you're going to choose to live in a reality where that's not the way that things are done. You know, the example in that video was somebody who's a vegan, and they're trying to educate people on becoming vegan, or, you know, all these things because of how much it hurts the planet and how much it's like horrible for these animals, cruel and all those things. And he was like, the most you can do is educate them and then just try to be in a reality where that's what people do, is that more people are vegans. But that's all you can do. You can't change people. You can't force them. You can only do what you can and hope that they make a different decision. And I felt her energy, the person who was talking to him, just calm down after that. Like, literally the tension was like just kind of melted, because she was like, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. What else could I do, right? Like, I'm not going to carry the guilt of the world on my shoulders. Okay. So we got the 5 of Cups in reverse, the Lovers in reverse, 9 of Wands, which I haven't talked about, but I incorporated into the message in the very beginning. Actually, I kind of didn't. So the 9 of Wands is usually somebody, it's a wounded warrior, right? It's someone who kind of looks really tired of fighting. Tired of putting up with people, tired of, you know, being on the grind and barely making enough to feed yourself and travel. Pfft. Of course you want to travel, but where's the freaking money coming from, right? That kind of thing, right? You're at the end of your rope. And you feel like you have limited options. Things look pretty grim. So you're building a wall around yourself. You're trying to defend yourself. You're trying to protect yourself. Wounded warrior. But in this one, it's so cute. Have I shown you the other ones? This is the Lover's card. This is the Knight of Wands. Oh, interesting. Knight of Wands and 9 of Wands. And you're a one-man team, by the way. But you gotta call in help. Manifest being able to rely on people, because it's not good for you to be this independent. This is the Nine of Wands. But anyway, I was talking about how in this Nine of Wands, this little monster is looks really cute and happy, even though they're doing it all by themselves and they're tired. They look really happy because they're in their little habitat that they made for themselves. You know, maybe you like to be alone. That's how you recharge. Hell, I get it. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. But also I think the message here is just to call in people so you don't have to be alone. Don't give up hope. Keep on the path. I'm gonna get some closing messages here, okay? I might also look, you know what? I've never read this. Can you believe it? Well, sure, probably you can. Nine of Wands. I've never read anything from this yet. Nine of Wands. Oh, perfect. We're on Wands already. Oh my god, the Knight of Wands. Look here! I'm just gonna read the Knight because it's already here, so why not? Look here at this fearless one. The Knight of Wands is the very embodiment of courage, ambition, and drive. With the Child of Wands, they didn't capitalize anything in here, by the way, other than like the actual suit. Not on the card, but in the thing, it is. It's not like the words that start the sentence, right? The word that starts the sentence isn't capitalized. It's funny. I like it. Where the Child of Wands represents a new idea coming in, like a match to Tinder. Not the app, but if you thought about it, it might resonate. I don't know, but a match, like... The Child of Wands is the one that comes before the Knight of Wands. That's why I mentioned it. That's the page, right? So, where the Child of Wands represents a new idea coming in, like a match to Tinder, the Knight of Wands represents the recently kindled fire, roaring up and crackling bright gold with pure heat and intensity. But be careful not to let the fire get too hot or burn too much. With this much energy in play, it can be tempting to just see where it goes. But the energy of the Knight of Wands requires careful stewardship and determination. Often the Knight of Wands appears to announce a sudden job change, a move, or a rearranging epiphany about the self. Timeline. Within the personality of the querent. I've never seen that word before. The Knight illustrates qualities of fearlessness, eagerness, and ambition that can be of use when galloping through these changes, which, with the appearance of the Knight of Wands, are often inevitable. That's a good thing. These changes are inevitable because they're a good thing for you, and you've been wanting it. It can be of use when Oh, another really good quote from Bashar is, if you want to... Did you hear my stomach just now? That was really loud. If you want to stay in this time... what was it? If you want to continue to be miserable, basically, then stay comfortable. Don't change anything. That is not at all the quote. That's the best I can do right now. Anyway, ambition that can be inevitable. If symbolizing another person, the Knight of Wands is most likely someone decisive, impulsive, enthusiastic, passionate, and decidedly self-governed. In this case, I think it's you. There is adventure represented here as well, a potential of sudden unexpected travel or an unforeseen creative boon. The Knight of Wands appears, messages that querent, keep moving forward at all costs. Okay, so keep moving forward at all costs because it is imperative, as there is no way to slow the fire nor turn away from it. See, that's the thing. You're at a dead end because you cannot go on like this anymore. You have to make this change because your soul knows it's better on the other side. You know? Like, it's pushing you. And if you keep pushing and trying to stay in this timeline because you think that that's what's helping you survive, it's going to get to a point where it will break you. You know what I mean? Because it's trying to push you into a more abundant timeline. Because you literally deserve better and you know it. And just because you don't know how it's going to happen doesn't mean that it isn't going to happen. I mean, you know what I mean. Okay. It is imperative. As there is no way to slow the fire nor turn away from it, it must be guarded, maintained, and tended carefully, but swiftly. Remember how we looked up at whatever the fuck that was? Speaking of which. Okay. It must be guarded, maintained, and tended to carefully, but swiftly, and with little heed to anything else. So when you get a nudge from the universe and you feel called to passionate action, do it. Don't think about it. Don't think about, but what if, but it's too good to be true, but, what if I have this other, don't think about your fears, just fucking do it. In other words, be brave and prioritize. I think that was a really good message. And then the Nine of Wands. Should I or shouldn't I? If you're tired, you can leave here. That's fine. But we're already at the Nine of Wands. There we go. Did that say reversed? No, it didn't. Oh, that's great. It has them in reversal as well. Yeah, that's so cool. Okay. Nine of Wands. It was upright. We are so close now. Almost there. I'm so glad I read this. Because it's not just about the wounded warrior. We're almost there. God damn it, my lips started bleeding. You're so cute. Oh my god, I could die. Okay, just one more thing to overcome. Nine of Wands takes all of the creative, vibrant, passionate, and lively energy in the 8 cards preceding this one and translates it into the scene before us, in which a wearied but still defiant figure, staff in hand, is prepared to defend the structure behind them. Oh. Maybe it's like... Oh, also, if you're at a standstill and you don't know how to proceed, it's because you're about to switch into this new timeline that you've been preparing for, and you're basically like waiting and preparing for the right time to jump. So don't be hard on yourself. Give yourself some kisses, like the still defined figure, staff in hand, is prepared to defend the structure behind them, your timeline. You're defending your timeline. I have sometimes called this card guarding the city gates. Maybe that's why you like to hermit, because you're trying to protect this timeline that you have, and you can't let other people interfere with it, right? Because if they drop down your vibration, you won't be able to go into this timeline. But you know what? What's meant for you is gonna find you, so don't worry about it. I have sometimes called this card guarding the city gates because there is a great sense of protectiveness about it. There is something dear and precious to the querent that must be defended, upheld, defied, a project, a partnership, a practice. Traditionally, this card has also been called the Lord of Great Strength because it shows how much we have learned and conditioned ourselves throughout the suit of wands. I literally was talking about your trauma shaping you. If we have been paying attention to the messages and lessons offered by preceding cards. In most renditions, the figure in this card is depicted as injured, as if nursing wounds from prior battles. Think of the 5, the 7, and is often shown to be exhausted or depleted. The meaning of the Nine of Wands, however, is almost always about having the strength to go on, to continue a project, or see a dream through, even in the face of difficulty. And to that end, Peony has depicted this monster. Peony, is it the lady of it? I think that's the person who like illustrated it. Does it say? Yes. Black and White deck by Peony Archer illustrating monsters, spirits. I was literally gonna call it a gremlin. I wanted to fucking say gremlin, but I said monster because I was like, well, it's called the Little Monsters deck. Anyway, this is the one I wanted to call a gremlin. Wasn't it? It was literally this. I'm dying. Anyway, I was literally gonna call him a little gremlin. Illustrating monsters, spirits, gremlins, and various other creatures across the major arcana and minor arcana. Anyway, some people say arcana. I don't like that. Anyway, carrying many burdens. That's the 10 of Wands. Fuck, where did I go? Okay. It's almost always about having the strength to go on, to continue a project, or see a dream through, even in the face of difficulty. And to that end, Peony has depicted this monster as one who may be confronted with an unexpected final setback, but is undeniably strong enough to complete this last push towards success. Be attentive and mindful when it comes to what it is you are protecting, and know that you have the tools you need to accomplish your goal. Ugh, what a great place to, end that pile's reading, right? So that was your reading, pile 1. Thank you so much for joining us. If you like it, please, like video. Like video, as if that's a comma. Like the video if you want to. Subscribe if you want to. I'm gonna tell you about myself, okay? I really related to this pile, first of all. And I am also finding myself at the precipice of this new timeline. I'm a singer-songwriter musician, but I haven't been pursuing that in a while. I've kind of been taking a hiatus. And it's a good thing that I did, it wasn't really anything I could help, but I really felt like it was meant to be the whole time. But now I feel like I'm slowly being called back into it. But the thing is, I don't know how I'm gonna be doing that. I might be uploading more covers to my YouTube channel. It's a different channel. It's Sarvin Safari, SARVIN SAFARI. And then I'm thinking of uploading more to my tarot channel. But I've barely ever uploaded anything to my tarot channel. All of that scares me. But it's kind of like the only thing I'm called to do. And I don't know where it's going to take me, but I have to take the advice that I give, right? I have to follow through even if I'm scared, even if I'm unsure, and even if I keep getting advised by my family to get a dead-end job because it's better than nothing and all this BS, right? And it doesn't align with me. And every freaking sign I get, every reading I listen to tells me that I'm on the precipice of this new timeline and I'm supposed to be following my purpose, and I'm not supposed to be doing these jobs, and to do what I feel called to, and to, whenever I'm faced with these fears, to do the opposite. Whatever that fear is making me feel like I have to do the opposite. And sometimes the opposite is literally just doing nothing. Like if you're getting stressed out and it makes you want to apply to jobs on Indeed that you're not going to get because it's not aligned with you, because that's what you've been seeing for months on end. Do nothing. Because the chances are the second you sit down to do nothing, you'll be inspired to do something that actually calls to you. So, or you might literally do nothing because you need to, because you just freaking need that. You need a break or whatever. Anyway, that's my message. I hope that that helped you. That's cute. 7 of Cups. I haven't even seen all the cards in this deck. Anyway, that was your reading. Thank you. Have a lovely day. And Finton says bye. Bye, Finton. Say bye. He says bye. If you guys are watching the in-between, welcome to the in-between. If you're gonna watch both piles, then holy shit, wow. You are dedicated to this video. Because I know that was long. That was very long. Okay. Pile 2. Hello. Welcome to your reading. This is a very opposite aesthetic to the previous deck, to the previous pile. I'm using the Cat Tarot by Megan Lynn Kott, Kott. I was gifted this tarot for my birthday, 24th birthday. I love this deck. It is so funny, so goofy, so cute, and beautiful. The art is beautiful. And there's so many like details in it that really adds a different like meaning to the cards. And like I'm having trouble talking. Maybe you're experiencing a lot of like throat blockages, a lot of throat chakra blockages. You might be kind of an anxious person also. Side note. I also forgot your keychain. It's this squishy toy. It smelled like vanilla when I got it. Now it smells like a lot of other stuff that it was next to when I was traveling. It's a whale with, I don't know what's on top of his head, I'm not gonna lie. With a little shell. Oh, and, oh wait, it's a cosmic whale. It's got wings, and it's got a shooting star on its side. And if you can't see it because the camera is not zooming, I apologize. Also, we have the stone. I don't know if you saw it in the intro, but it reminds me of Mocha. I don't know what it is. I ain't gonna lie to you. But it's really cute, and it has a heart on it. This deck always reminds me of Ace of Tarot. If you don't know who Ace of Tarot is, you should look her up. She's an amazing reader on YouTube. She's really funny. And I just have always felt really aligned with her humor and her essence. So, you might want to check her out. I forgot to channel. Okay. We're still going to take that card. Don't worry about it. Also, Finton is helping us cleanse the cards and helping us find our spirit guides and helping us get clear and concise messages. He's one of our spirit guides. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, galactic beings. God, universe, Mother Earth, whatever it is that you want to guide you. Please help us guide pile 2. Please help us find concise, clear, guided messages for pile 2 and what they're experiencing currently. This is a timeless reading, so whenever it finds you, know that it was meant to find you. Know that it has messages for you. If you feel drawn to it, trust yourself. Okay. Oh yeah, And check out Esotero. Because she's just cool. And I love her. She probably has no idea who I am, but maybe one day she will. Okay. Seeing the Hangman. Oh, High Priestess. Whoa. Okay, that's the first one I saw. So that's going to be, well, that's going to be number 2 anyway. You know what? I'm going to put it like this. Okay. So this is the High Priestess. This is the one that just popped out. You have a very strong intuition. You might be, a water sign, a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Why am I stuttering so much? You might have trouble talking these days. I know, I've kind of been dealing with that. Jesus, I've been, like, saying the wrong words all the time and freaking stuttering, and I've literally been having throat chakra blockages. As I say that, I'm, like, stuttering. But anyway, this is specifically Pisces, but I'm a Pisces, actually. But you might be any sign, but, you know, if that resonates. But yeah. Isn't she so cute? She's a little pentacle on her collar. And she's so smart and wise, and she knows everything, and she sees it all. And then this is the 10 of Pentacles. How did I know? Because it's food. And food is Pentacles in this deck. Okay. 10 of Pentacles. Well, she is. Somebody's gonna be rolling in dough, hopefully. You're like, who, me? No. Some of you might not be there right now, but rest assured, some of you might be. Some of you would be like, yeah. I am. Chop, chop. Paycheck. Death! I love this card. It is so funny. Look at that. Okay. I'm having trouble focusing. You might be struggling to keep balance between your intuition and, like, the earthly realm, because this death card is literally wobbling on, like, I placed it down and I placed it somehow exactly on the in the middle of the card on a little succulent light, fairy light, and it's just been wobbling back and forth, not falling either way. Or maybe you're doing a really good job of sustaining balance between having one foot in the spiritual world and seeing things in energy, and bringing it as manifestations into reality, especially with this 10 of Pentacles. Death signifies some kind of ending. Let's get more. I'm also seeing a cycle. That was a terrible shuffle. That's okay. Don't be hard on yourself, guys. What is going on with my throat chakra? Shiver me timbers. The moon in reverse. Something from the depths of you is being revealed. And dying. Like, you're putting it to rest. Oh, I forgot to show you the card. It's so cute. I love it so much. I really hope it's focusing. If it's not, I'm sorry. It is what it is. Okay, so you might be confused. You might have these flashbacks from your childhood. You might have a lot of childhood trauma. Things that you don't know what to do with. And they block your throat chakra. You might be disassociating. You might be struggling with like a lot of voices in your head. Just, it could be literally you might be struggling with hearing voices in your head. It might be, you might have dissociative identity disorder. Not those things are related, but just listing things. You might just also just be struggling with like different narratives that are coming up in your head, and you don't know what to listen to. You might be going back and forth on things a lot. Your body knows. Yeah, it sucks. Your body remembers. You were silenced by your abuser. I'm sorry if this is triggering. Trigger warning. This may contain things about sexual assault, things about molestation. But I promise that I'm gonna leave it on a good note, okay? Because I don't like to leave readings on a bad note or, you know, on a cliffhanger. But it feels, that's the feeling that I'm getting. There we go. This pal's energy feels like if you had a favorite thing and somebody smacked it out of your hand, it fell down and shattered right in front of you when you were a kid, you know? Like you cared about this thing so much and you took such good care of it and it was in pristine quality, and someone just went and just walked away, and you're just standing there staring at the shards. That's what it feels like. It feels like a loss of innocence. It feels like being the victim of something that's very unfair, something that broke you, something that broke your innocence. A death that came before its time. Something that was out of the natural order of things. Maybe you lost somebody at a very young age. Maybe you lost a parent at a very young age maybe they took their own life. I'm so sorry. Wow. This might not resonate for some of you, and that's okay. Stay tuned. There will be messages for you. For some of you, it might have been something that really scarred you as a child. Like, it could literally just have been the divorce of your parents or something, but it made you put your walls up for the rest of your life, like up until today. You really have trouble opening up to people because you have abandonment issues. You have a really hard time being vulnerable to the people that you care about the most, that are the closest to you, because you've been hurt by the people that were closest to you, or you, again, have abandonment issues, and you want to almost like protect yourself, because if they know more about you, then you would feel like you're closer to them. some of you might be really struggling with suicidal thoughts. And if you are distancing yourself from the people you care about because you think it'll be easier for them to say goodbye to you, I'm so sorry for your pain. I know what that's like. Okay? But you can't think like that. And it's obviously easier said than done. But that's the thing about like suicidal ideation. It like takes over your brain in a way that regular logic is so distorted, and everything is seen through this lens of like you're just really weighing out, is it worth it? Is it worth being alive? Is any of this worth it? Are these people worth it? Should I keep going for them? Do I not have anyone to go, to keep going for? Stuff like that, right? But God, it is so hard to combat that mentality. I hope that right now, if you're listening to this message, you're in a more clearer headspace, because if you are in that like spiraling headspace, the best thing you can do is honestly just like talk to someone on a suicide hotline. You can text them, you can call them, be honest with them, tell them your thoughts. And if there's somebody that you have in your life that you have been contemplating talking to, please talk to them. Please, like, if you know that this person would understand and that they would support you, and even if they would be afraid for you, please still do it, because you deserve that, okay? And I know you might not feel like that right now. And they deserve that. They deserve to be able to help you, okay? That's the thing that, like, when you're in that headspace, you can't really think about sometimes, is that you owe people who love you a chance to help you, because how would you feel if someone you cared about didn't even tell you about it and just took their life? This message might not be for all of you. Stay tuned. But for the ones that are in a clearer headspace, but who do struggle with that quite frequently, I got help for that. There are places that help you. There are places that might even help you even if you don't have insurance. Because I'm talking about like mental health places. I'm sorry, Finny. I'm sorry. My foot is so uncomfortable. Please stay. Please don't leave me. I love you. I'm just gonna sit like this, so as not to disturb this god. He's cutie patootie. God, I love him so much. Anyway, this Knight of Pentacles has just been in my hands for a long time now. Okay, it fell in reverse. I guess I'll take it in reverse. That's what it looks like. Fuck. That's what it looks like upright, though. It's a cat standing at the edge of a seat, in front of a table, and this person's like either about to spoon feed it kibble or like dry food, or like maybe this person's just eating cereal and this cat's like, can I have some? It gives me the feeling of someone who has had to work for everything their whole life. Like, they've had to earn love. They feel like nothing comes for free. And there's no way people care about them because they didn't grow up with that. Like, there's a deep-seated fear of, yeah, they love me, but like, do they really care? Do they really love me? I'm sorry, Finn. I'm gonna have to. I love you so much. I'm sorry. I have to move. Okay. I hope you don't see how freaking messy this bed is right now. Let me just check that this is still recording. Oh, man. What's going on? What's going on? Wow, it's still recording. And I said, hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? I hate that song. I'm sorry. It's all it says, and it's just so annoying. To each their own. I'm sorry if you love that song. You might have been the black sheep in your family. In wherever, I'm hearing, wherever you were the center of everyone's negative attention, even though you didn't do anything to deserve it. That's unfortunately one of the things that a lot of light workers face because they trigger people. That is something that was also a message in pile 1 if you do want to watch that pile. It is a very different pile though, so if you don't feel drawn to it, then stay here. But okay. I'm gonna try to get more. I'm gonna use this other deck. I was sitting on it. This strap recently broke. And I just taped it back together, but the box for this did not hold up well, so anyway, this is the Golden Age Nouveau, I think, tarot, I don't know, Golden Age Tarot or something. It's beautiful. I love this deck so much. I saw the Knight of, it wants to come out. The Knight of Swords wants to come out. You might, okay, this is such a heavy reading, and I'm sorry, but some of you really might be dealing with this. You might have someone in the hospital that you care about, You might have to like rush to the hospital because, and if you don't worry about it. I'm not saying like, oh my god, someone you know is gonna be in the hospital. That's not what I'm saying. Okay, don't let this feed your anxiety and your paranoia if you already have that. As I really feel like some of you guys do have that. That is not what this means. But for the ones that are already dealing with that, this is their message, okay? I'm seeing a lot of bats. This person that you're checking up on might be very, like, on the verge of not doing well. There might be very rapid news coming in. This is your grandmother. Give me a second. Yep. Same energy coming through. I'm seeing death twice. Yeah, if this is an older person, I'm hearing dementia. Someone might have dementia. It might be this person's time. So if you find that you get a call and this person's in the hospital, see them, okay? Or make time to go see this person as soon as you can, because it might be your last chance to be able to talk to this person, to be able to see this person. It might be really hard to hear. I'm sorry. But also know that it is their time. It is their choice. Their soul is ready for that next step. And, you know, this might sound like a cliche to you. You might not care about this, but it's just a transition. Their soul remains. Their soul lives on. You know, I don't know if heaven is real, but I do know that the soul goes on, and I believe in reincarnation, and I believe that regardless of whether this person reincarnates on this planet again, in the future of this planet, you know, whenever, because time is, I'm not gonna get into that, but time is tied to the physical realm. Like, it's not like when you're not on the physical realm, it's not the same thing. Like, there's no like future or past. Anyway, and that might be really difficult for people to grasp, but anyway, this person would really appreciate it if you could go see them, okay? Like, really make time for this. If you have to travel, make it happen. That is a message for somebody, for sure. Okay, I'm gonna move on from that one. It was a very specific message. It might only resonate for one person. Okay, this next thing. Okay, there we go. We're going back to that first thing that I said about some of you guys might have traumas coming up from your childhood that might be causing your throat blockages. Literally, my throat started to block again right when I got back into this energy. It's somebody that manipulated you. This person could have lied to you. They could have been very fishy all their life, you know, like, this person might have gaslighted you a lot, and so they made you question yourself, but you never trusted this person. Like, you've never felt safe around them. You've always felt like other people aren't, like, why aren't other people seeing what I'm seeing? You know, like, you see like an evil smile on their face, and whenever you try to call them out on it, like, it doesn't go well, you know, stuff like that. But it's like these things are coming to the surface because your truth deserves to be revealed. Whatever this person did to you, they deserve retribution. This could be really difficult for you, okay? This could be really difficult because this person might be really close to you. This person might have power over you. And I'm not saying that if you're not physically safe, like, to confront this person, like, no, like, do what you think is best. But if you are out of immediate danger, I believe that the Spirit is telling you that the truth, it is time for it to come out. It is time for you to tell your story. You know what happened to you. You know what was done to you. And even if nobody else believes you, at least you told your truth. Because your perspective is your reality, okay? Don't let other people's disbelief invalidate what you experience. Not just experienced, but experience to this day. You know? Like, it shaped you. It happened because it's, like, of course it happened. It shaped you. You might have these figmented, is that the word? Memories. You know, because that's what trauma does. You might have trouble, like, getting your thoughts straight because of it. Especially when you're thinking about, you know, your traumas. Obviously, you could be disassociating a lot, and it might be very, very difficult for you to... And I'm scratching my right eye, which is on my masculine side. It might be very, very difficult for you to admit to yourself the things that have happened to you, and to be able to look at that person after, like, knowing what they did to you. And not just turn a blind eye, because it might be more comfortable. But you deserve that peace. You deserve the peace of at least putting it out there, like telling your story and letting people do with it what they will, but at least you're not hiding anymore. And holy shit, yeah, that's gonna ruffle feathers. So be it. It is time for those feathers to be ruffled. I don't even know if anyone's gonna watch this, to be honest, but you might not have been believed as a child. You might have this inherent belief that people won't believe you, that people won't take your side, that people won't protect you. And you've been heartbroken in the past. By the way, this is the other cards that have come out. This is the person that I was talking about, the Seven of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles. This was for the visiting the person that you need to see. But this is about this devil of a person that did things to you that you are still trying to heal from, that you were still fragmented because of. And maybe you don't want to be angry at this person. Maybe you don't want to grow resentful as a human being. Maybe you don't want to ruffle their feathers. Whatever it is, you know, it is causing you to suppress it. You might be in a fork in the road where you're like, okay, I can continue going on like this and act like I don't know what happened, or, you know, act like this person's front that they're trying to put up is working, and then I don't see through their BS, and act like their manipulation tactics isn't what it is, you know? I can be in denial about it, and I can get choked up even more and feel conflicted, or I can tell my truth. And even if that means that will cause conflict, and that will cause issues, I have to trust that there's a reason why Spirit is telling me to do it. Let me get more of that. And that this is it's gonna help me unload my burden with this 10 of Wands. And it's going to bring me the emotional fulfillment that I've been needing, the release that I've been seeking. And it's gonna go a lot better, probably, you know? I'm saying probably, but that's what the cards are saying, is that it's gonna go better than you can imagine. And maybe it will take a very different turn from anything you could have predicted. But trust that the truth coming out is always for the best. Like, literally, I've never seen otherwise, because people deserve for others to know their real, truest self. That could be a good thing, you know? You could be hiding yourself because you're afraid of judgment. Or, okay, what I mean in this situation is someone could be a really good person and they're hiding themselves because they're afraid of judgment, and they need to just be themselves because they deserve that. And other people deserve to see this person as they are because they bring a light into this world. Or the opposite is also true, where somebody is a monster and they're hurting people and they need to be taken down, and that won't be possible unless people speak their truth. You know, like Harvey Weinstein and Epstein and all these different fucking people that were monsters. And yes, that was on a large scale, and maybe this isn't that large of a scale, you know, maybe this person didn't hurt that many people, but you don't know how much other shit this person could be hiding. That's the other thing, right? Like, even if you know this person really well, even if they're really close to you, you telling your story is bringing justice. Even if nothing happens to this person, at least it's justice for you, because you're living your truth, and it's gonna bring you this fulfillment. This is a really difficult message because it's also personal to me. It's very difficult. But again, I'm being reassured. That just because it's hard doesn't mean that it's, first of all, unavoidable. there's gonna be a time, and you know it, that you're gonna have to say this. You're gonna have to reveal what happened to you. To be honest about it. Oh man, I can't get out of this tension that I have. Like, I'm literally fucking, as I said that, 8 of Swords is literally a mental block. Like, it's creating such a dysregulation in my nervous system. Like, I've been shaking nonstop since I literally started reading this pile. Like, it's been this like energy, like, since the very beginning. I'm cold, I feel gross, I feel dysregulated, I feel extremely anxious, and I feel literally like this. Like, I feel confined to anxiety. Like, this card represents being in a mental prison, because she could literally walk out, but she thinks that she cannot escape. And the things that are tying her down aren't even, like, they're quite loose. She's loosened them up. Like, she can get out, but she's afraid. Like, she's in the state of, she's wrapped around, and she's already done most of the work to release herself, but because this blindfold is still on, and maybe the people who trapped her in here are already taken care of. Like, they've effed off. Like, where are they? But she doesn't know that, right? In her head, she's like, I haven't heard anything around me in, like, hours. I still feel like, what if they're there? And what if this is all a trick? And what if I remove, if I get out of this, it's gonna be worse on the other side. But it's literally not. Like, she's free. She just needs to believe in her strength and have faith in the divine. Have faith that she's okay, that she's gonna be protected, that it's actually gonna go better. Okay, I have to cover her nipples. But it's literally gonna be better than she could have imagined. Tits out. Anyway, tits out for Harambe. I'm just kidding. Yeah, the star card, by the way, if you don't know cards, the star card literally means wish fulfillment. Like, you're gonna be okay. Okay? There's this other, there's like 3 different collectives in this one pile. If you are part of the collective that's dealing with suicidal ideation, you might be one and the same with this collective also that's dealing with childhood traumas resurfacing, and this person that caused them, and having to essentially reveal this person's true nature to the world, to your family, whatever it is. You might be the same person, but if either way, going back to this other collective of people who are struggling with being vulnerable and sharing that they're struggling with suicidal ideation and their mental health and all these things, get help, okay? And that, God, I feel like, like, my solar plexus is so dysregulated. It might be your physical environment. Like, I literally was in this exact situation where I was dealing with these childhood wounds coming up, childhood traumas resurfacing. I literally didn't remember my traumas until, like, my 24th birthday. And then Wait. That's why I mentioned this twice about getting this as a gift on my 24th birthday. I'm literally using this deck, right? Like, for this pile, I'm using the deck. This night that I got this gift was when I recovered my traumas. Holy shit. Like, I did not remember any of these things. They were completely suppressed. And then that night, I literally, like, remembered all of it. It was like floodgates opened, okay? And after that, I was not doing well mentally, like, of course. My mental health was just tumbling? What's the word? I don't know. It was going downhill. And I had a lot of anger towards the person that caused these things to me, that abused me for years. This person is very close to me. I'm still in contact with them. And I was having really intense suicidal ideation, and for the first time, homicidal ideation, towards this person, because of all the anger that came up, because I was like, what the fuck? I didn't know all this, and this person's acting like this shit didn't happen, and just realizing the depth of, I'm sorry, this girl that lives across from us just insists on wearing not the right clothes for this weather. And she's out there, like, in a fucking skirt. Last time I saw her, she was wearing a t-shirt. It is, like, below freezing still out there, okay? It is cold. Like, and she is cold. I don't know why she insists. This is a message. She insists on defying her mother, is what I keep feeling. Is like her mom's like, put on some clothes. Because every time I've seen her mom, she's wearing so many layers. And I feel like this girl, like, the way that she defies her mother is by not dressing up for this winter and going out, like, and then freezing and, like, facing the consequences, but still defying her mother. That might be a message for you, like, honestly, all the power to her, if that's what she needs, to, you know, show her mom a message. I was sitting on this one. This is an Iranian tarot. Basically, it's tarot of the 1001 Nights, Persian, you know, fairy tales. If you're curious, I'm from Iran. If you didn't know that. And you're like, how would I have known that? If you know me in real life, then you would know that. But otherwise, you wouldn't know that. You might have guessed, though, if you were curious. Now you know. What was I gonna say? Before the girl, about the defiance. I was talking about... Oh, okay, so the mom's out there now, and she's wearing so many layers. It's hilarious to me. Okay. Anyway, when I was going through that, when I had just remembered all these traumas and stuff, and I was really mad, I ended up, one day it was so bad that I was like, I need to go to a mental hospital. I don't care how bad it is. I need, like, help, like, now, okay? Because if not, I'm gonna snap. And I'm either gonna hurt me or somebody else, and, like, I cannot live with hurting somebody else. And so I ended up, like, I looked up some places, it was, like, really, really early in the morning, and I was looking at different places to call, and I thought one of them was, like, because I literally looked up mental hospital, and I got a good feeling about one place, and I, like, clicked on it. It was on Google Maps. Clicked on it, and it said 24 hours, so I was like, oh, hell yeah. And I called them, and this guy picked up, and basically was like, oh, no, this isn't a mental hospital, but I'm an agent who works for, like, he kind of is like a recruiter, I guess. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but he's like an agent that works for, like, with different, like, all these different mental facilities and, like, organizations to help people with getting help, whether it's for addictions or for just mental health. And he puts you in connection to, like, what is a best fit for you. And this guy was a freaking angel in my life. Like, she was walking back in her in her skirt, and she's just freezing to death. I don't get it, but whatever. People don't have to understand why you do the things that you do, but you're gonna do them because it's what makes sense to you, and you have your free will, and they have theirs, so they gotta mind their own business. I gotta mind my own business and let her do her thing. Anyway. But, it's just funny to me, because it's like, why would you do that to yourself? Anyway, this guy put me in contact with a mental facility that was out of state. I went to this facility. They took care of me. I stayed there for 45 days. I ended up meeting somebody there. That I'm now in a relationship with. Crazy, right? Birds of a feather flock together, whatever. No, I'm just kidding. But it was actually so crazy because I wasn't expecting to go to a mental health facility to find my lover. Like, I was just trying to not go mad, for once and for all, and get help. And this place, like, nursed me back to health. And after that, I went to a PHP program, which is like a step down from, like, okay, so it goes like mental hospital, which I do not recommend, but if that's what you need because you're in a dire state of mind, go ahead, please. It's better than the alternative. But most mental hospitals are terrible. I'm just glad I was not taken to one, because anyway, it goes mental hospital, and then residential, which was what I went into, and then I got sent to a PHP, and it was in Georgia, and I, like, all of this was covered by my insurance, but these places also, depending on your situation, can help you out, and sometimes they will, like, cover all your costs. It is rare, but, you know, there is hope out there, and it really helped me. Like, I literally struggled with suicidal ideation from a very young age, like, since the age of 7, if not younger. Like, it was a daily struggle for me. Like, I'm not even joking. I had really intense childhood traumas I did not know about, so no wonder. But I literally struggled with daily suicidal ideation until I went to this mental health facility, and then I was in this other program. The PHP was like 90 days, and all of that de-escalated me and taught me so many different tools, and so much about mental health, and, like, so much about myself and how to integrate back into society, honestly, because I had to like live with other people that also struggled, and they all had very different personalities, and like a lot of that really taught me about what I was doing. That wasn't helping my situation. And then, but yeah, I'm just saying, like, there is hope. Okay, this is the final message. I'm sorry this is so long, but there is hope. Okay, don't give up, please, because there's just, what's the point? And if you believe in reincarnation, which I do, because it exists, just know that if you do that, if you escape that way, you're just gonna have to face it all over again. I'm sorry. You've already come this far, okay? I'm just telling you, like, life is so fucking hard sometimes, especially for people like us, okay? The shit we've been through. But what is the point? Tell me. If you just press restart, because you think it's not pressing restart, you think it's just pressing exit, it's gonna press restart, buddy, okay? You already came this far. Don't go out like this. See yourself through to a good life, because you deserve it. And you are gonna have a much better life. I'm living proof of that. I have such a good life right now. Like, my life is so much better. He went like this, and he put his paw in my hand. My life is so, like, incomparably better because I got help, and that put me on a different trajectory. And now I don't have to live like I did before. And you can do that too, okay? I'm sending you love. I'm sending you light. I'm sending you healing vibes. And I'm sending you hope for help. And please, if you can, talk to a professional. I know it's not always accessible, but where there's a will, there's a way, and trust that the universe will show you the way. Okay? Okay. Love you guys. I'm sending you love. And so is Finny. I hope this reading was helpful. Please take care of you guys. Please take care of yourselves. I mean, drink water, eat, sleep. If you're watching this late at night, don't feel guilty, but just, get into your flow and have faith that the universe works in mysterious ways, and you don't have to figure it out on your own. Let the universe help you. Let the universe handle all your problems. Okay, bye.